Welcome back, YouTube. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Tooties Super Nintendo Christmas special. Even got me a rain beer. No rain beers this year. No beers at all this year. Might be lucky, might have a bit of Bucks Fizz. So yeah, I've got a Super Nintendo Christmas special with some PlayStation and an unknown box that's just arrived today. So we'll open that. Well, I've kind of opened it because I got confused because I wasn't expecting something, and then I thought it was something it wasn't, and I've done that quite a lot on this channel. But yeah, before I start, guys, just wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your family. It's been a horrendous year for me, as you all know. I'm on the road to recovery, nowhere near there yet. Nowhere near there yet. Nowhere, whatever. You know what I mean. But each day at a time, as they say. So yeah, looking forward to the arse end of this year, that's for sure. But I thought, you know what, I've got a couple of other videos that I recorded before this one, so it might look a bit odd, but they're in the can, so to speak. And I'm not going to do that thing that I did last time where it'd be a month apart. But I didn't realise how close Christmas was coming up. So the other videos aren't like me dressed as a twat like I am now. So I thought, well, let's do one that's where I'm dressed like a twat at least, and make some semblance of an effort. Ghost Pilots on the AES before we start. So in the previous vid, I did mention that I got the AES working, and it was the ended up being the lead. But I had enough of the pissing about with the geometry. So I have to say, big thanks to Scott Sega Saturn lad. He sent me over his settings, which worked better, not quite right. And yet again, I've had to piss about a little bit more, not as much, just tweaked a few things. And again, this is on the AES, so you know, no doubt if I plugged the PC engine in, they're all going to be skew with again. But I thought for this video, we'll leave it at that, and that's it. Not messing about with it anymore. Spend far too much time in the fucking B&O, the beef and onion fucking service menu. Last me a lifetime. But anyway, like I say, back to the vid. Like I say, hope all you guys have a great Christmas and New Year, and no doubt I'll probably speak to you in the comments on your videos and stuff like that at some point. So we'll get onto this little box, this box of delights, the box of delights. Where did I see that? Someone posted that on YouTube, on Facebook. Some old BBC TV show, I think it might be BBC or TV, I can't remember. I've not been a fan of TV for the last 3 years, maybe 4 years. I don't watch terrestrial TV. I don't watch live TV. I do watch TV programs, but I don't watch TV, so I don't see adverts or any of that shit. And yeah, I do very little with that involves the BBC as well. Robbing bastards. But anyway, back to the box. So I thought it was something else that I'd ordered because I wasn't sure, even though it did have like Tootie on the box, but I thought maybe the person kind of knew me because I bought some off Facebook, but it isn't. It is, in fact, there's a note from Mark, the artist that is now known, that was formerly known as the Geordie Slasher Gamer, then called himself something different, now he's called Geordie Slasher. I think it's Geordie Slasher. All the best in the new year to you and the family, mate. Mark. Toon. So I will put a link to Mark's channel in this video. I didn't do it in the last one because I wasn't sure if he was even him, or if he was even making videos. But it was him, and he's changed his name again. But he said he's not going to delete the channel this time. I hope he doesn't, because he is a great watch. And he's doing, I think he's learned his lesson. I know he did a video in his old channel where he was talking about YouTube in general, and I sort of said, look, this is my view on it. And I think he was going in the opposite direction. I'm not sort of saying that I'm right. You know, there's been numerous occasions where I have been proven right. But I think with YouTube, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, or your drive is for a certain, not the wrong reason, but a certain way, and that way doesn't pay off, then it quickly becomes tiresome. Whereas if you do it for, say for me, I just do it because I like making the videos. I don't care if anybody watches or not, realistically speaking. It's more just for me to diarise my collection, my journey. You know, this is not anything other than that, and I don't pretend it to be, and I don't expect it to be anything, and I don't go spamming my channel all over fucking Facebook and all over the social media shite things. People find me because they want to find me. That's how I look at it. I don't force myself down anyone's throat. And I think Mark was kind of going that route, and then he's realised actually it's not for him, so he's kind of backed off from that, and he's just doing it now just because he enjoys it, just for the laugh, and just literally, I know it's a fucking cliche, but just to be part of the community. And that's for me what it's all about. When people deviate from that, and I see it a lot, I've been doing this for a long time, I can see the trends. I can see when people are doing it for I wouldn't say nefarious reasons, but you know, they're not fully legit, and I've just got no time for it, so I just don't watch. I don't like go trolling them or anything daft like that. I just unsubscribe and I don't watch. That's it, and I just leave it at that. And sometimes live and let live. I'm very much a live and let live, you know, stay down your own end and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, from the man himself, Geordie Slasher Gamer, Geordie Slashers, no game in it. What the fuck is that? Oh, he's sent me through, because I did mention this, I think, in the video. He's found some more boxes. So we've got Bart versus the Space Mutants. I want to pull the camera forward, but you won't know that until you watch the other video. I'm not helping myself here, am I, at all? Bart! And we've got a box protector as well. I'm not sure where he had these hidden. I'm guessing he had them stashed away somewhere, and I can't seem to get this one out. Right, so old Bart is missing a flap. One of Margie's flaps is on the go. Thanks for those that did bother to watch the old box video. It's not for everybody, but as I say, I don't care. I don't care. If I wanted to make popular videos, I'd be making fucking daft shit about something else. But that's not what I'm about. I don't do that. I don't fall into the algorithm. I'm not an algorithm whore. But a nice box. I haven't got this boxed. I haven't got a box at all for this. So that's again, I can make a flap. We can make a flap. Not a problem. It's some fucking shite. Britney Spears crosswords. My daughter might watch this. Do you know what? I do feel sorry for old Britney. She's had a fucking, is it 15 years? Is it something daft I read somewhere? 15 years she's been controlled by, there's something weird in America where they can deem you not fit for purpose. And someone can be like, almost like your guardian as an adult, and the control, so is it a dad and a brother or something? Been controlling her life or something fucking horrendous. You know, I'm not a, what do you call it? Like one of these woke lefty lunatics or anything like that, but yeah, the way she's been treated is it's not right. And, you know, I think now she's sort of free. I think she has got kids as well. It was horrendous from what I could tell. Anyway, back to some gaming stuff. Oh, Pete's SNEStastic. Only he loves Britney, doesn't he? Is it Free Britney? Wasn't that a thing? Hashtag Free Britney. I don't know. Great game on any system. And I have this. I have this signed. Hang on, I'll show you it first. It's Ivan Iron Stewart Super Off-Road on the NES, of course. Let's take out the box protector. It's got some. Oh God, it's got the manual. It's missing one. Only missing one flap as well. That's awesome. I'll tell you what, that's not a bad box. We can give that a clean. The trouble with white boxes, they go that weird yellow off yellow colour. But I think we can clean. This is quite a nice box actually. A little bit dirty, dirty, but we can do something like that. So for them that are new to the channel, or that just don't bother watching generally at all, anyway, I have a signed copy of this from the developers at Rare, because I still technically do work with his wife, Mark somebody. I think it's Mark somebody. I can't find the bugger now. I've got two. I've got one that I've got him to sign. Here it is. I've showed this years ago. So when I found out that her husband, Makachek, it is Paul Makachek, he basically said, "Wow, my first first game, my first Rare game, written in 1989. Thanks for still playing. There you go, Paul Makachek. So I've got it signed by him. So I've made her take this home. So I'll put that in with that. So many thanks to Mark. Oh, hang on, no, we're still going. There's still one more. So yeah, chuffed with that bad boy. We'll stick that back on the shelf at some point. Did I show off too much stuff then? No. No. All the other stuff's that size you can't see. And then the last one in the box. Oh, suits you, sir. That's a nice one. Let's take out the box. We'll take the first. I've got the first one of this. The first one of this I got lovely condition from the charity shop years and years ago. And it is RoboCop 2. Yeah, movie-wise, not a patch. But you know what? I think if people go back and watch RoboCop 2, I bet it's not that bad of a movie. It's a little bit daft, but not that bad. And it's got the manual, and it's got the flaps, and we've got, wow. Mark, cheers, buddy. I know I sort of said this, and it's got the foam. This is a great condition box. That is freaking awesome. Manual the whole shooting match. Mate, you didn't have to do that. Honestly, Mark's a bit, I'm gonna say he's a modern gamer, but he's not. I've mentioned it before. He's just a general geek, isn't he? Like, you know, kind of like retro ed. Bit hands in everything, toys and merch and bit of gaming, but a lot of modern gaming and everything. So if and when I ever get back to the car boots and there's some 360 tat that you want, you just fucking holler at me and you can have it. Or come to an event and you can have some free shit off my stall. Or Rob's, I'll just give you Rob's stuff. He won't mind. He wouldn't know any different anyway. So they are brilliant. Made up with them. That's Merry Christmas to me from Mark. Lots of love from Mark, it says on there. He's the only one that loves me. Nobody loves me, nobody cares. So I did say this is going to be a Nintendo, or a Super Nintendo. It's turned into a Nintendo Christmas. So what we'll do, just to mix it up before we dive into the Super Nintendo. Hopefully I'm not going to keep this too long. Hopefully. I've got 2 PlayStation games. Both from CEX. But I'm not going to do the CEX jingle because all of these Super Nintendo games are from CEX. We'll do the jingle for CEX because I've got one eBay game. One that isn't complete, but I think it was 30 quid. Fob was here when I opened it and I was thinking, oh come on, be complete. It wasn't complete, unfortunately. It is missing the manual, which is slightly better than missing the insert because that's really a fucking ball ache to get. The manuals tend to be a little bit easier to come across. Didn't know this existed. I can't remember where I've seen it. Was it on someone's video or... And this wasn't even that long ago. I can't remember where I saw it and I didn't even know it was a thing. Didn't even know it was a thing. And it's Galaxian 3. The cover is... I don't know. It's kind of cool but kind of shit at the same time. It's almost like a 3D modelling effect. I think this is like an on-rail shooter. I can't even read that writing. Jesus Christ. I'll show you some screenshots. But yeah, it is missing the man of the well, which is a shame. But when I've got it, I thought, you know, 30 quid. I mean, complete, this is like probably £80, 70, £80. Less than manual, it's probably like a 50 odd, 60 odd pound game. I paid 30 quid, hence why I thought, you know what, I'll keep it. I can always try and upgrade it later. Can always get on the hunt again for a manual. Another early release, which is 269. Well, you can tell that from the box because the box hasn't got this the Sony striping on it. And there's no banding. Namco. Well, it would have to be Namco, wouldn't it? Because it's Galaxian. But yeah, I think I can't read that right. If someone can read this weird, it's the font. It's not the site. Although I do need my eyes testing. It's just a weird font. I can't fucking read it. So that's Galaxian 3. Uncommon game. Another absolutely fucking balls bizarre game. This one is complete. A little bit, I think it's faded. Yeah, not badly faded though, but faded nonetheless. Number 90 in the release. Still on the PlayStation. In the wrong case, but that's fine. Didn't know. This was just purely by chance. I've seen it on CEX, and it was something daft like £10 all in posted, and it's come through complete. I've done nothing with it. I need to get some label remover on it, and it's called Starwinder: The Ultimate Space Race. Now, the guy on the front there. I'll talk about the guy on the front in a minute, but yeah, it's number 90. There you go. So it's really early. And I think it is just a space racing game, but it says real-time rendered 3D universe with 6-axis flight control. Race against the galaxy's most dangerous drivers over 40 different space rails, so it's like a non-rail racing game. Use high-tech powerful missiles, original storyline with unique characters whose personalities change as the race progresses. Over 50 minutes of cinematic animations, which will make you think you're watching TV. Fully orchestrated, CD quality soundtrack. What's not to like? And it's complete. So the front is sun faded, but it's not massively sun fade, like, you know, like completely bleached out. But fucking hell, for what I paid. So the guy in the front there, I don't know if anybody was watching. I forgot what it's called. It was a TV show that was on. What's his name? Untitled or whatever. The guy. Oh, for fuck's sake, Stu. I watched the whole series, the whole season, but he looks like the character, the guy in it. I've literally gone blank. Not Invasion, because that was another TV show I was watching. Oh, I can't think what it's called. They were basically all clones of each other. It was like dawn, daylight, and evening or whatever, and they're basically all clones of the same person. And I can't think what the frickin' hell it's called. It's a great TV show. So it's first season. Someone Ustinov, he's like some Polish Russian guy who did a lot of space stuff back in the day, from books I think. I can't think what it's called now. But that was a great TV. Anyway, he looked like him a little bit to me anyway. But that's a complete. Everyone's screaming at a screen. If anyone's watched it, they'll know what I'm on about. And if I remember, I'll put it down the bottom here. Go and check it out. I can't remember where. I mean, I just acquired it online to watch it. It's annoyed me that I can't remember it. Off of eBay. God, Bennett, months ago. This is months and months ago. I think I got this for a good price. It's not like a charity shop find or car boot or anything daft like that. I want to say 50 or less, but not like, you know, not much less than 50. I can't remember. But it is the PAL version, the GBR version of Donkey Kong Jr. Math. So you can see GBR. But again, it's got English. It's not multilingual. Now, when you watch the next video after this one, you'll realise. No, if you watch the unboxing video, you realise why I need Donkey Kong Jr. Math, because I can't add up. My mental arithmetic is terrible. It always has been, even as a kid. I hated being asked how to fucking times, multiply and divide stuff in class. I was terrible. I just used to blank, like just freeze and lock up. Yeah, I don't think that's going to get much of a playthrough, even though it should do. But it's one of them weird, tricky ones that sort of, when I was looking for it, didn't come up too often. I didn't get it for a bargain steal, but I got it for a good price. And what that good price is, I have no idea, because it's been that long. Right, on to the Super Nintendo. So I thought we'll do it this way because I can't remember which year it is. 1991. Might be 19. I think it's 91. Might be 1990, 91. I can't remember. That year I got the Super Nintendo for Christmas from my dad. So it holds a lot of sentimental values to the Super Nintendo, and Love that system. It's still the favourite system for me, bar none. So I thought, what better way? But let's do a deluge of SNES games, all acquired from the mighty CX. So in no particular order, these are all complete. So I'm not going to go opening boxes and all that shit, but there might be one or two that I do show you out of the box. But generally, I'm not going to, like, you know, overanalyze it. They're all in box protectors. We have the Pagemaster. Didn't even know this was a movie. I think it's like an action RPG. But again, in really nice condition from CEX, this one. All complete, like I say. But, yeah, I still haven't watched the movie. I should actually watch it. It looks the kind of stuff I like. Turner Pictures, 1994, 20th Century Fox. There you go. An early release. Let me just, actually, I could take these out of the boxes to show you the boxes. Early release, this one, I'm sure it's an early release anyway. And again, all from CEX. But again, in great condition. I did think the box was sun faded. I had to have a look on eBay at some of the boxes, but it's not. It's just a style. It's just a font. I can't remember what it's called in Japan. It's called something else in Japan, but this is called Exhausted. And not very expensive. Ocean from Mr. Bad's Gaming, but again in fantastic condition. This is something daft like 12 quid. Yeah, I did think that the edges were all sun faded, but then obviously clearly not all of the edges could be sun faded, but they're all that same tone, for want of a better word. But yeah, a bit of an F1 game. I remember seeing the Japanese version. I'm sure I've seen it in Super Play, and it always intrigued me. I'm not a big F1 guy, to be honest. It's not really, but I don't mind. And I think this is more like an arcadey racer. So it always intrigued me in that sense. This one again was cheap. It was cheap from CEX. It needs a bit of work. Again, I've done nothing with these. Not really remove stickers or anything. This needs a severe iron, which you may see in another video. And I paid less than 15 quid posted for this, which I thought was like, it's gone up now. It's not cheap on eBay, but it just needs some remedial work, and it's Vegas steaks. It's a shame it's not Vegas rib steaks, because I don't know anything about gambling. I barely can play cards. When I say cards, like Snap, Pontoon. Outside of that, no. I don't gamble. I don't bet on horses or any of that daft shit. But yeah, it does need. So again, you know, I could show you after buying that when I get around to doing it and see pulling it out. That's like a bumper in it. Pull the bumper out of it. Never been to Vegas. I've never been to America, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, oh, you can use the mouse. You can use the mouse on that as well. But like most stuff, even ones that you wouldn't even think to get hold of, it's like, can I really? Is that's how much it goes for? But again, cheap on CX. All of these have all gone price-wise, fucking mental. We run in now. Let's do the run into some nice games. This one is uncommon. And I've been, again, looking on CEX for this one. It popped up, come through, fantastic condition. I remember having the first one I've got, although I didn't realise I had the first one. So I bought the first one at one point. I can't remember. I think I moved it on to Fob. Fob didn't have it. My mate Rob. This one, I think I remember seeing Alex. Looking, Alex gets mentioned again. Nintendo Arcade. I think he picked up the American one, I want to say. I think he prefers this one to the first one, and it's Top Gear 2. But in the PAL regions, this is a bit of a tricky one to get. And again, box complete from CEX. I want to say it's kind of like a Lotus Esprit, but it's not, if that makes it. But they did kind of mimic it a little bit. So yeah, the first Top Gear was kind of like in that vein, and I think this one is pretty much trying to mimic it. But what I do like about this, looking at the back, is in one player it does fill the screen. It doesn't keep it like split with the track. But yeah, Uncommon 1993 Chemco. Told you it would be long. I'm not doing long videos anymore. New Year's resolution. No more long videos. Should we do another Uncommon? Yeah, I missed out. I missed out on this, I think it's the second one of these. Even though I did buy the bastard, and then I got that fucking email that says, we're unable to source your request. I think, yeah, because you just fucking sat on your asses and not doing your job. But this one come through in really nice condition. It's on the Saturn. It's really expensive, and I want to say this is part of the U4i World. What's the word I'm looking for? The whole IP. I think it is anyway, because I'm looking for that on the NES, and it's Herbrix Popoon. The Universe. I don't know what I'm talking about, but there is a second one to this. It's Herbrix. Don't know. It's green. It's a green box, but a puzzler. Puyo Pop typey sort of blobby things, puzzler, obviously very popular. But I say the Sega Saturn one of this is quite expensive and hard to get hold of, from what I can recall. When I was going through it, it probably still is, but it might not be. Sunsoft, always a good mark of a good company. I can't remember what the other one's called now. I'd say CX, man, been good to me. They'll be good to me. Got stickers on that. I need to get the stickers off. Beatties, look. Beatties sticker. I've never had a Beatties where I lived in Coventry. Was Beatties a north or a south thing? I don't think it was a Midlands thing. Right, one. This one. Again, very much like F-Zero. Early release. I didn't have this back in the day, but because it was an early release, and it's notorious for its slowdown, so that people might know what it is. I think this was the second one I bought from CEX. The first one was not great, and this is what happens with a lot of these early releases, because they've been through the ringer for like 30 plus years, and it's super R-Type. And it's not a bad box. I mean, compared to the one that I did have from them, it's not bad. Sale box complete. But yeah, notorious for its slowdown, but still, I think for a lot of people, it's still got a place, a nostalgic place in the heart. And it looks fantastic as well. But the slowdown is an absolute killer for this game. Why they did it. Oh, they did it on purpose. Why they couldn't iron out, I don't know, because I know in R-Type 3, which I've got, you don't get it. I don't know if R-Type 2 ever came out. Don't know. Did R-Type 2 come out on the Super Nintendo? Not sure. Right. I'll do this one first. Again, one. But, oh, how much? Oh god, R-Type was probably about 25 quid, I think. I can't remember how much Top Gear 2 was. That wasn't very expensive, maybe 20 quid. Herbrix was probably less than 20 quid as well. This one wasn't as cheap. This was about 30, I want to say 30 quid or something. but I've had to sort of do some remedial work on this. People ain't going to like it, but I don't care. It is the mighty Super Pro Protector Alien Rebels. So the nice silver Konami boxes. Yeah, not a bad box. You tend to find these popular games really sort of take a beating. I don't need to tell you about, you know, Super Pro Protector Alien Rebels, Contra 3 essentially, the Alien Wars. The only real detractor from this game, this one, is not that end. And you won't even, it's the other end, it's the locking end. Can you see just in there? So you don't even see it. Look, I've made a flap. Can you see? I made a flap. But because it's in there, you don't even see it. And you'd open it from that end anyway, not that end. Even I've got confused with myself then. But yeah, this was, I'd say it's about 30, 35. I think it's gone up now to 40 odd quid, something like that. But it's the second one that I had from them as well, a bit like R-Type. I did have a nice, I have got, because it's in there, I had a better manual, so I kept the manual. Obviously, when I sent the other one back, they said I know, I've still got the more rubbishy manual in my box of manuals somewhere. But put the nicer manual, that one. Right, now this one here, I toss up between this one and the last one in terms of which one to do last, but I'm going to keep that one till last. Again, it popped up on CX and I was like, let's go for it. Weren't cheap, but again, it's gone up since I got it. Again, I think I paid 60 quid for this. I don't know what it is now, but there's something really unusual about this box. I want to look at trying to find a year on it. And this is 93. I think it's later than 93. And I thought when I sort of put the order in, I thought, I know what's going to happen. It's going to come through, and it's not going to be this version, because the idiots at CX are going to get it confused like they wouldn't ordinarily do. But to my surprise and then dismay, to my surprise it was the right game. To my dismay, it was damaged. It wasn't damaged in post. It was damaged, you know, when they took it in. And I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So it's going back. And then I looked in the box, as in the cardboard box it came in. And the piece was in there. And this was like, just when I was starting to start piss about repairing stuff, and I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. I probably could do a better job of it now, but it's not bad. But I think this box has inherently got a build design flaw. And I think it's the cardboard it's made from. Although it's a thicker cardboard, it's what word I'm looking for? The structure and the density, it's just not flexible enough. So the game in question is Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World. So them that know, this is quite an expensive game to get hold of. This is all complete as well. Obviously they're all complete. And it's, yeah, there's nothing necessarily spectacular about the actual game itself, because it's just Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World, but, you know, two absolutely fucking bouncers. As you can see. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what's wrong with it then, Stu? So what happened is, when it come through, it was like missing that end. There's no locking end at all. It was completely gone, and I was like, that's it, fuck then, isn't it? But it was in the box. So what I've had to do is, now you can see it, can't you? It's basically, it is locked. You ain't going to open that, because it'd come loose completely. I will show you this one. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see down the bottom of that box there, but yeah, there you go, look. So that's what I've had to do, is basically just lock the whole thing off. So it had the tabs, but like I said, the whole end was just completely gone. Now the problem with it is, I think it's the box, because if you look on eBay, a load of these, all of these ends, they tear like perfectly, like they're severed, because that was severed like smooth as you like, straight as an arrow. It wasn't worn, wasn't like, you know, some of them when they start to sort of backwards and forwards and then they just fall off. Loads of these boxes on eBay are all the same. They're all missing ends and tabs, like they've been sheared off. But yeah, it's all complete. I mean, these bits aren't that fantastic because you can find them anywhere, but the actual box itself is quite a tricky one. I know Champion 2D Rob's got a copy of that. But yeah, so I ummed and ahed, and I thought, well, it's my copy, so I don't care. And you're not going to open it from that end anyway. So that makes a nice version of that. But you wouldn't even know it was that from the end label, would you? You have to, not even from here. It's only face on, you can see the difference. What fucking weirdos we are. Or I am anyway, for doing that. And the last one, probably the oldest out of all of these. I've had this one for ages, and again, this wasn't cheap, but it come through complete, in great condition. So I was like, chuff sick. Again, not the greatest conversion, but a technical feat, a technical marvel on the SNES for the time. One of the latter releases, I think, 1996, maybe. Yeah, so it would have been. And when it come through at first, I thought, oh no, it's the US version, but which wouldn't have been the worst thing ever. I mean, I didn't really check to see what the price of the US version was, but it's not. It's one of these, the latter releases. They started to mimic the SNES boxes, and it's Street Fighter Alpha 2. So it's got the purple chevrons and, you know, the styling and whatnot. But it is the PAL version. It's in English, and it says that it contains English instructions only. So it's just pure English. So this is in great condition. Again, I want to say, when I bought this, 60, 70 quid, I think. I mean, in this condition, I don't, maybe double that, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I didn't at the time. At the time, I knew it was a great buy. Now, sort of 6 months odd later, I don't know. Probably. He says when he can't get the bloody box back in. But yeah, there's a flaw with this, because what happens, I think every fight it loads, there's a pause and it loads. Some people don't mind it, they don't, you know, they just take it as part and parcel of the game. But other people are like, no, it's shit, play it on the Saturn, play it on whatever, play it on this, that and the other. But just a lovely one to sit on the shelf, look pretty, but it will get played. It will get played for these boxes. I forgot about them bloody boxes. So that, everybody, is that is it. We're done. I know everybody keeps asking me for a room tour, and they keep sort of saying, ah, you teased us with this, you teased us with that. The fact is, it's still not done, and it probably won't be done for a while. Is it in the position where I would love to show it off? Not really, because there's still other bits that need to be altered and changed. Not drastically, it's just minor little bits that more down that end, maybe a little bit down this end. But structurally, you can probably see a lot of it. All this shelving just runs the perimeter of the room, so it's not much different. To be honest, I don't think it looks that impressive. I think it looks quite, I don't know, but I just don't, compared to some other people's games rooms where, you know, they've got all the stuff front face and they've got all the bits out and they've got like a glass cabinet, and I've got no space again. You know, I could do that, but then I'll have to pack some of the games away. I know some people sort of say, well, get rid of all these full set shit, get rid of all the crap, box all them up. But then again, I've got nowhere to put that either. So I'm in a no-win situation a little bit. But the room tour will be coming. Anyway, guys, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And hopefully we'll get to see each other maybe some point next year. Take it easy, and bye for now.